Hello everyone, and welcome to Divine Debut. Thank you for joining me. Today is the 14th of July of 2021. Hope that you're all doing well. Yesterday was the conjunction, the exact coming together of Venus and Mars in the sign of Leo. Well, the astrology ahead is going to be quite tumultuous, people. I mean, the full moon that's coming up is going to be quite challenging. We've got a mountain ahead of us. There's a lot going on the axis Leo Aquarius. Okay, and that's where the full moon will be, in the sign of Aquarius, on the 24th of the month. We're 10 days away, but remember that things tend to happen before the full moon culminates, right? We'll be seeing things that will be coming to an ending, things that have been hidden, that have been unknown. Okay, anyway, those of you that are on Patreon, you know that you get the full moon and new moon readings where we go into the details. I'll be talking a little bit about it. Of course, I will go into depth on Patreon. Thank you for your support, everyone. Tomorrow is the 15th. Logically, we draw the winners, 3 lucky winners that get a free reading from yours truly every 15th of the month. Those that are on Patreon and are supporting Divine Debut get the chance to be in that draw. So let's see what's going on today. Please, Spirit. What's going on today? Being the 14th of July of 2021. What's going on? And today's also the twin flame soulmate connection, journey reading every Wednesday. Today is Wednesday. Happy Wednesday and happy birthday if it is your birthday today. So we've got 6 of Cups, Knight of Swords, the Tower. We're going to be having a lot of Tower moments in the near future, just around the corner. We've got the Ace of Wands, which speaks to a new beginning. Okay, I do see a lot of passion here. Where there's passion, there's also quick movement. There's also frustration here. Something needs to change. Where there's no new beginning, there's going to be an ending. And we've got the 4 of Swords. 4 of Swords. There's a bit of a disappointment here, I can see, obviously. Something is trying to get up off the ground. It could be a soulmate connection. It could be relating to children, legalities, communication, sudden, quick communication or truths coming through concerning divine union. 6 of Cups, it can mean an offer. It does have to do with nostalgia and the past. We've got Scorpio and the Ace of Wands, which could speak to a very strong desire and passion to move forward. But remember the Death card, and we've got Mars. Mars is shifting things here. I do see the Tower as Uranus moving through Taurus, okay, where there's been no change, the ability to move forward. It's like a knee-jerk situation here, where there's been no balance concerning truthful communication or information, generally speaking. Remember that Knights are all about action, so someone's taking action, and this will start a line of changes, okay, which will be able to see what this is. And something's happening here with the Death card. I mean, the Death card is usually money coming from others. It can speak to intimacy, depth. And the 4 of Swords comes after the 3 of Swords. 4 of Swords is inaction. The 4 of Swords can speak to illness as well. Can speak to someone being off or not feeling themselves, or going through a challenging time here. And this is going to happen suddenly, or something concerning truths or information that can be quite shocking, quite liberating, I'm going to say also, is going to bring the transformation. Someone needs some time to catch their breath, to heal. Okay, we've got the Four of Wands. Four of Wands is a marriage card. It does speak to something that's been stable, or something that was, you know, relating to family or to a commitment. What's the Karma Dharma? 14th of July, please, Spirit. 14th of July. Oh, okay. We've got a few cards that have opened up, and we're going to take them all. We've got the Chariot, so movement. Maybe even someone needing to move house. We've got the Manifest, number 1. It's the Magician. So it's in relation to communication. It could relate to also anything to do with fated events. I mean, the North Node is in Gemini. This is the Gemini card. It's usually all about communication, truths, collaboration, maybe with siblings or your close-knit environment. We've got the Love card once more, which we've had a couple of times recently. So this has got a lot to do with love matters. Now, we know that the Magician can speak to manipulation or someone not communicating their truth. The Lover's card, remember, it's a choice. It's a head of a heart decision. It's a very strong bond, very strong attraction. And again, we've got 2 Gemini cards here, but also Virgo is in this card with the Magician. Now, Mercury's ingressed into the sign of Cancer, which does deal with a lot of family situations here. Observe the Hanging Man and embrace an ending here, a successful completion to an ending after a hold-up. This could even speak to information coming through concerning a soulmate connection, or some truth being revealed about someone's passion, their desire. There is a heartbreak. There is a disappointment here. This could be that someone stepped out of a relationship. Maybe they've met a soulmate. Maybe they've been doing things that have been secretive. We've got the Hanging Man here, which can also speak to a clandestine relationship, an affair, or some form of imprisonment or a spiritual connection that maybe also is at a distance. We've got a 12 and a 21. It's like, what this says to me is what is to be expected is not going to happen. It's going to be something else. Move, manifest, love, observe, and embrace. Just those words alone. Someone is moving, there is movement, there is change, and the ability to manifest, have a new beginning in a love situation. Okay, because someone's been waiting. Remember the Hanging Man. Observe. Someone's been looking at a situation from a different perspective. And through that, through unconditional love, compassion, there could be a successful resolution, completion. This could speak to a success story with the embrace, which can speak to also help. Embrace does speak to help. Let's take the bottom card as one more card. And we've got listen. We've got the High Priestess. The High Priestess is usually someone that's very intuitive. They've known that there's the possibility. This could speak to a spiritual connection as well, but also very secretive. Again, we've got Virgo, Pisces. I want to take a card on that Tower. We've got the Four of Pentacles. So someone's been holding on to something or holding back from some truth here. Four of Pentacles does speak to the miser. So where there's been a feeling of lack or feeling left out or anything to do with holding back. Fours, we've got a couple of fours, 3 fours. For 3 fours or 12, like something's been trying to manifest concerning someone's home, someone's stability, someone's livelihood, someone's happiness in a home. But, you know, this Ace of Wands, it's like the light is coming on. Let's see what that Death card is all about. And we've got the World card again, everyone. Let's take one card on that Four of... Ooh. We've got 3 cards that have come out on this Four of Swords. We've got the Hierophant, 4 cards. The Moon card, the 7 of Cups, and the 7 of Wands. So we've got a few 7s, we've got a few 4s. The Hierophant does speak to a marriage. It speaks to traditions, an institution, hardships, maybe even second choices, remember. There has been deception with the Moon card here. And the Moon card can speak to deception within a commitment, within a business. But there are changes coming through. I mean, the full moon, it shows an eclipsed moon here. So this can relate back to that lunar eclipse, end of May. And, you know, the moon can speak to strong intuition, of course. I do see here that someone's been pushing forward, even though they didn't have all the information. Now, something that is shown concerning deception or lack of clarity, I feel that someone's been pushing for something using their intuition. They've got the upper hand here with this 7 of Wands. 7 of Cups looks like a door that opens, but we've got a lot of Pisces energy here. And remember, Jupiter is still at the first degree, retrograding backwards into Aquarius. So a lot is going on where Jupiter is concerned. I want to take one card on the 4 of Wands, because that's the general energy. And this could speak to deception within a marriage, concerning a mother. Remember that Taurus is fixed earth, and we've got Uranus moving through Taurus, which does speak to rebellion. It speaks to things changing suddenly, which is the Tower here. It's relating to a home, again, a mother, a marriage, a commitment. There's been a lot of sacrifice concerning a love matter, or the beginning of that connection. And I feel that for some of you, even though something didn't take off, it's going to sort of complete, and it's a difficult karmic chapter that we're going through right now. And it's a necessary ending. It's like closing a karmic chapter here. What it's saying here is, trust your intuition. Things are still playing out here. Keep moving forward. And this can signify this full moon that we've got on the 24th of the month in Aquarius. So there are matters that are unknown and things are still up in the air. If there's been no communication with some of you, and there's a lot of anger here, something is going to shift here. Something could be happening behind the scenes that you have no idea about. We've got the King of Pentacles, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. This is a father. We've got the High Priestess. And how I see the High Priestess, which we've got twice. And we've got the High Priest, everyone. This is a spiritual connection. Okay, the High Priestess can usually be a third person, someone that's in the shadows. An affair, Okay. Let's take 3 Lenormand. So we've got the King of Pentacles, who could be a father. There are lots of secrets. He's holding back on lots of things that are hidden with that High Priestess. Listen. We had that message not so long ago, and I was saying listen out for, I remember about that cuckoo clock, that something's going to happen. You need to pay attention. Remember that the number 21 equals a 3. That does ring also the 12. It rings the Empress, and the Empress does speak to manifestation. It speaks to patience. And we know that also the World card could speak to a birth, or, you know, a metaphorical birth. What's going on, please, Spirit? 14th of July. We've got the clouds, which can speak to worry or a lack of clarity. We've got the sun coming through, and as the sun breaks through the clouds, we get the clarity, right? This is, again, Leo. The sun is the heart, it's true love, it's children, it's the ability to create, it's a lot of happiness. Okay, it's sun in Leo, so this could be signifying the 21st, 22nd of the month, as the sun is going to ingress into Leo. So that's going to be just before the full moon. So that'll be a critical point. And this full moon is going to be a very important full moon. It's going to be very challenging. Do join me on Patreon if possible, if you're able to. I will be doing an Astro update where I'll go into some of the details, but remember that on Patreon we go into each sign as well, more details. And there's the blockage here, the Tower, Saturn in Capricorn. So solitude, loneliness, restrictions, limitations, someone's business, someone's social standing. This could speak to anything to do with the red tape, needing to do things by the book. And we've got a 19 again, which 19 is the card of strength, right? It's Leo again. And we've got a 4 and a 6. So we've got 10 and 1, 11. 11, which does speak to Libra, justice, balance, harmony. Let's see one more on that Tower. We've got the ring. And the ring can speak to a cycle, can speak to a marriage, can speak to a commitment. So someone's maybe there's been a lot of trouble. There's been a lot of hassles, a lot of worries. I mean, the clouds are Neptune in Pisces. A lot of lack of clarity and confusion. There's so much Pisces going on here. Remember, with Jupiter in Pisces, you have to trust your intuition. Things will work out. Right now, maybe it's not the right time. We're looking towards the next few days, next 10 days. Expect a lot to be shown. The clouds can speak to insecurity and hidden secrets and doubts and misunderstandings concerning whether someone is married, whether someone is coming out of a marriage, going through divorce, someone who's separating, they've got kids. I mean, the King of Pentacles, we know, is usually a father. So Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. We've got Pisces, a Virgo. We've got some fire, Leo, more than likely. Mars is ruled by Aries. We've got Scorpio. Again, Cancer, Pisces, Taurus, all those signs. What do we take now? What do we take now, dear Spirit? I think I'm going to take a Black Moon astrology card, everyone. I might take a couple of Sibyllers on the bottom column. Remember that the tower, it speaks to the authorities, it speaks to loneliness, ego, maybe even isolation, solitude. It's blockages, it's Saturn, right? And Saturn is transiting through Aquarius. And these are blockages. I mean, Aquarius is humanity. It's very much the people. It's very much about the new. Saturn, which relates to the old, is trying to hold back the forward momentum, moving towards something new. Jupiter is going to ingress back into Aquarius now to help finish things that haven't finished, things that started from the beginning of the year. So where is Aquarius in your chart? Where is Leo and Aquarius, that axis, in your chart? A lot is happening there. And we have Yod and destiny. So it's all about destiny. And this is the finger of God, right? A Yod is quite rare in astrology. And it's the finger of God pointing to a certain something. 2 days ago, we had the Yod. So we had the connection from, I think it was Pluto in Capricorn, connected to Neptune in its home sign of Pisces. And it was pointing to Mars, Venus, and the moon in Leo. I think it was Pluto. Was it Pluto or was it Saturn? Let me just check. Hold on. No, it would have been Saturn. No, it was Pluto. I'm so sorry. It was Pluto, obviously, because Pluto is at 25 degrees and Neptune is at 23. And, you know, the Yod is connected by, just for your information, it's connected by, this would be a sextile here. So from Pluto in Capricorn, Neptune in Pisces, and 2 inconjunctions, right, which are 100, an inconjunction. It's like 150 degrees. And this is a number 12, everyone, again. So it's got a lot to do with that Neptune in Pisces, a lot. And, you know, as a lot is going to be revealed very soon. If you remember, Mercury was retrograding in Gemini and it was squaring. So Mercury in its home sign of Gemini was retrograding and it was connecting to Neptune in Pisces. So whatever's been hidden has been trying to come out, right? And a square is we're turning a corner. So there was a lot of meetings with Mercury and Neptune, 3 squares. Now Mercury's moved into Cancer and it's going to trine over as Mercury moves through Cancer, it's going to trine over, which that is very helpful. So whatever was confusing, whatever you've needed to just let go of and just trust in, believe in, because that's what Neptune in Pisces is. It's unconditional love. It's a spirituality. It's magic. We're going to have the news coming through. Mercury is the messenger of the gods. He will give us the information. Now, how is it going to play out for each of you will be different, obviously. So whether the news is challenging, because we're coming up to a challenging couple of months ahead, whether it's challenging, it's meant to be. It's for our own good. And that's what's going to bring the release, the sense of freedom. Because think of you're walking around with a blindfold. You're obviously going to fall and hurt yourself, right? You're going to take the wrong path, right? So we need to be able to see so that we can forge our path forward. Let's see what this Hierophant, the Moon, the 7 of Cups, and the 7 of Wands is all about. We've got Constanza and the 10 of Cups, something unchanging. We've got the 3 of Pentacles with the Donna de Servizio. This is helpful energy. It does remind, it's a servant. So being of service to others, that's the Virgo energy again. So something, and again, I mean, Venus is moving through, and Mars through Leo. They will soon ingress into Virgo. Even though Venus won't be strong there, still it'll be us ready to do the work. This will be help. The help comes through from someone who will be there for you, someone that will hold you up, someone that will help you. Could be a friend, could be just the energies. And we've got another tower. Everyone, we've got the disgrazia, the tower. And we've got Donna Maritata. So that's what's coming, trying to come through, a birthing process. Remember that the Donna Maritata, and she's a 12, is the mother with the children, or she's the empress. So whatever needs to come down, what's trying to come through is the ability to manifest, to expand, to grow, after surrendering, after sacrificing the Donna Maritata, beautiful energies. That's why even though we know the tower can be really difficult for many, it's necessary change though. We do see a fire here, which does speak very much to passion, to sudden revelations. Where there's been a lack of clarity, we'll be seeing something. Okay, we'll be shown the shift. Something is changing here, which brings us the ability to manifest, to expand, to grow. 4, 11, and 3 is 14. 14 is temperance, but 14 can add up to a 5. Again, it can relate to 5, which is, you know, it's the Hierophant, and the Hierophant number 5s speak to change. Again, it's everything that's going on, I would say, on the axis. Taurus, Scorpio. Remember, Taurus, Scorpio are in square to Leo and Aquarius. These are the 4 fixed signs. And everyone has these 4 fixed signs somewhere in their chart. So something's got to give. The pressure is still building. All right. So what I'm going to do now, because we do have the soulmate twin flame reading today. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take now a message from the goddesses and sirens. And a lot of you told me that you actually enjoyed me reading from the book. Let's see what message we get. A lot of you did actually read. There it is. There it is already. A lot of you read from what I had written beneath the video. I'll see how I'll go about it depending on the card. So let's see what this message is for today, please, Spirit. And we've got Maat, M-A-A-T, and Justice. Okay, so we did talk about the Justice card before. So let's quickly have a look at what Maat, I don't even know how to pronounce it. I've got to study this book. It's very new for me, so bear with me. Justice will be done for the good of all. Take responsibility for your actions. The chaos in your life will end. Natural order will be restored. Well, that's a very positive message. And I think I will read it all for you. Within the ancient Egyptian view of the world, the goddess Maat is a bringer of the law unto chaos. Every natural law in the universe was created and judged by Maat, and thus she was one of the most powerful deities. She was one of the most powerful deities. It was Maat's power that determined the movements of the tides, the seasons, and the rotations and pathways of the planets and stars. She was also the deity that made the final judgment on a soul upon death, so naturally she was respected by all that were living. She was worshipped certainly as a goddess, but also as principle and a process enacted in the lives of the Egyptians. You didn't just worship Maat. You lived Maat. It was said that once death occurred, the body journeyed under the care of Anubis or other underworld protectors and was presented to Maat in Duat, and in brackets, the underworld. The soul was housed in the heart, and it was this heart that was weighed by Maat on a set of golden scales. Her white ostrich feather was the counterbalance to the soul. If the soul was light-hearted and thus had respected all the Creator's laws, it was admitted to the afterlife to enjoy eternal life and eventual reincarnation. If the soul was found to be heavy-hearted and weighed more than Mat's feather, the soul was banished forever and eaten by the lion goddess Amit. It is possible to view some of the laws of Mat within the ancient document, the Papyrus of Ani, and to see the confessions and penances of transgressions of these laws as written on funerary tablets and tombs. It seems that people believe that if you knew you had broken a law of Mat and you told her why and made amends, she may indeed have been merciful in her decision. As the embodiment of righteous law upon earth, the Pharaoh would often wear the symbols of Mat to indicate his role as lawmaker and giver in alignment with the goddess. In more modern times, the symbol of justice of a beautiful woman carrying a set of scales reflects the ordinary imagery of Mat. Allow Mat to create order and justice in your life where there may be none. She is a great listener and an energy of great clarity at the same time. Many people working in legal professions pay special homage to Mat, and if you are involved in a legal stoush of any kind, you could do no better than to offer a prayer to her. Let's read the shadow side as well. We now live in a highly litigious society, and some would say going to court has replaced common sense. Mat reminds us that the justice she deals is natural justice and requires personal responsibility to be taken. True forgiveness of a transgression can only occur after an honest admission. Wow. So it's got a lot to do with justice, fairness, balance, and legalities, everyone. That's what Mat is all about right now. And it does say it's natural, it's the natural order, and justice will be served to where it's meant to go. All right, so if you feel as though you've been standing in integrity yourself, you've done the right thing, then you've got nothing to worry about. Those that have done the opposite, that have trodden on other people's toes, or they've done a disservice to humanity and just a disservice to other people, they will be deemed liable, okay? And we all know that there's always natural order, and justice comes from the ethers, from above. Nothing can be hidden. Everything is shown. Everything is very clear. And that's what I'm going to say here. The Yod is destiny. We cannot escape our destiny. Some people say that there's, you can work with that and sort of, if you're looking towards something difficult, let's say, in your life, you can sort of gear around it. I truly believe that even if you sort of go via this way or try and escape something, you can change the outcome, but only up to a certain point. Because I do believe, just like as when we take our first breath in life, and a picture of the sky is taken, that's our birth chart, our natal chart. Our destiny is locked in that birth chart. As long as you have the key and the ability to read that birth chart, that is your destiny in this incarnation. All right, so that's my opinion. I would love to hear if you've got another opinion, and I will leave you with that. I want to thank you so much, everyone. Yod and destiny, look at what's being pointed to at this time. This is the finger of God. Things will play out as they're meant to. So let's just go with it. Keep your ears open. Trust your intuition. Come from a place of compassion. and love. And of course, that is natural order. You will be receiving that back from others, from spirit, from the angels, from the universe. All right, everyone. Okay, I will leave you with that. And I want to thank you so much. Remember that a lot is playing out, and this is a general reading. Love and light to all of you. Ta-da.